Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, we're gonna have a live today, and we're gonna talk about something that's kind of interesting. I don't know if any of y'all intellectual savages out there spent $20 on this really talked about pink sauce that's just kind of out there and being talked about on TikTok. God bless you. If you spent something and purchased some of this pink sauce or know somebody who did and tasted it, definitely jump in the comments and let me know, but we're just going to talk about this because, I was having a little bit of a conflict. It's like I got to put out my good old finance and debt free stuff and all the advice and tips. But sometimes there are these stories that come up that are just so crazy, that are so wild, that are so insane. I just need to, like, man, I need to talk about it. How can I get it out? And I thought, you know what? The best way to do it is to jump on the live video and go ahead and talk about it. So this is going to be an interesting video where we're going to talk about something that was genius and stupid. I don't know how many times do y'all know of any instances where things are like both genius and stupid? A prime example I always see is, hey, in the legal game, I seen it all the time. People who want to sell drugs, I'd be like, man, this person is a genius. The way they thought of the distribution networks and worked out the finance, but they stupid because they could have used that and flipped it and did something on the legal side of the game. So things can also always be stupid and intelligent simultaneously, kind of, sort of. So we're going to talk about one of those things today. As always, y'all already know I'm a licensed attorney, but I'm not your attorney. I'm just giving my legal opinion on a crazy ass story. And, I'm just going to, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to pull up some video footage before we dive in. I wanted to make sure I had everything. But I always say in a lot of my videos, you have to be very cautious and aware of what's going on in the world of social media, because you always have people who are claiming to be finance experts or giving their opinion on fitness or giving their opinion on nutrition. People give their opinion, sell courses on a whole lot of things, and have no area of expertise in that field. One of the prime examples I could think of, and this was maybe about a year ago, but it was a real popular YouTuber who was a fitness person. They one of them fitness, they always showing off their physique, wearing them tight ass YouTube TikTok leggings and everything. And they were selling a specialized curriculum course helping people with their fitness. Now, they asserted that their course was specialized for each individual. A lady bought the course. This lady had an eating disorder, so she was mad, crazy, skinny. Now, of course, the advice she was getting was completely counter to what you should give someone with an eating disorder who is on the relatively small side. The advice was cut back your calories, work out more to burn more calories. And this lady was like, "What the hell? I'm skin and bones. Like, why would I need to do this?" A lawsuit found out that, hey, what people thought they were getting, they thought they were getting specialized courses. No, they weren't getting specialized courses. She was giving the same advice out to everybody. So we are going to talk about Chef P. Now, Chef P is her YouTube social media name. She's in Miami, Florida. I go into more specifics on the name and everything, but I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I actually looked at her Instagram. I went on her Instagram, and she is, or has apparently been, a chef in the culinary arts for 4 years. And before I even go into this video, I'm gonna give her a lot of credit. Her food in her Instagram picture looks absolutely amazing. Like, even the food that she was making as of July 1st, when she started this whole pink sauce thing that we're about to dive into, I'm not speaking for the sauce, but the food, the spreads that she had out look amazing. So I don't think that any of this stuff is probably indicative of her ability or skill set as a chef or anything to that effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that caveat. I looked at her IG, her food looks amazing. So let's go ahead and pull up an article. I think that's the best way to go ahead and get started. I gotta look around because sometimes, y'all, there's some stuff that happened that's so crazy. Your boy actually got to write notes on his legal pad because it's just so much that I got to cover and I don't want to forget anything. So let's go ahead and tag this article in. So, so y'all can see off the break, off the cuff, Chef P faces fine and jail time for selling TikTok pink sauce. Now, I know that picture looks utterly crazy and ridiculous. On the right, you got this look like it's a greatly manufactured pink sauce, and on the left, you just got a big clusterfuck of I don't know. I don't even know what that is. It's just a big something. I actually got that video we're gonna show later on, and it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing, honestly. But so Veronica Shaw, better known as Chef P, is reportedly being investigated by the FDA and the IRS for tax violations. So again, this is one of these things where I think it was genius and stupid as hell simultaneously. Because I'm gonna just be honest, like the idea and the concept, when I actually looked on her Instagram and saw the nice spread she had with this pink sauce all strategically drizzled over it, it actually looked aesthetically pleasing. Now, I'm probably not going to eat it because it looks like Pepto-Bismol, but the food, like I said, actually looked aesthetically pleasing. And I can see in a club in Miami, some restaurant in Miami, people actually paying an exorbitant amount of money to have this pink sauce on their food. I mean, I could just see that happening. I could see that, so I think from a marketing standpoint, it is something that's different, is outside of the box. People like flashy things that are unique. So I think from that standpoint, it was genius. Again, the business aspect of the game was kind of wild. Let's go ahead and get into the article. So, again, she had a disastrous live stream with the FDA and the IRS reportedly investigating a catering cook turned TikTok star for her new controversial pink sauce. Apparently, the FDA visited her home, shut her down while she was broadcasting on a live on a short form video. I actually got some of that video too. And it's funny because, in the line of work that I've done, when you go interview people who fucked up, taught my language, or did something wrong, she had the universal look of, I got to ask these questions to these investigators. And so it looks like her dream of being a international recognized chef are coming to an abrupt end. Now, Veronica Shaw decided to take some shortcuts in selling her mysterious pink sauce by skipping some things that are just, from a common sense standpoint, I would think, and a legal standpoint, are important. FDA approval, actually registering your company with the Secretary of State and the IRS to pay taxes on the revenue from the sales. She's selling this sauce for $20 a bottle. People are paying $20 a bottle to get a pink sauce delivered in hot ass heat in Miami, 2 or 3 days snail mail, so they could dip their chicken in. It's actually crazy just to kind of even think about it. So as we go down here, it says, let's scroll down. This is the, again, FDA video, and I'm gonna show y'all that. So essentially, she had a lot of errors when it came to the labeling. And I actually took some notes and wrote some things down because I was like, I didn't want to go too far and going back and forth. But error number one, I mean, let's take out you should register your shit with the FDA if it's something that people are going to ingest. You probably want to register your business structure. But just off the cuff, from a basic standpoint, she failed to accurately name and identify what was in this product on the label. And her original label, she had listed as the ingredients: dragon fruit, garlic, sunflower oil, chili, and honey. Then after posting several videos on TikTok where it looks like she's putting like a mayonnaise or ranch type of substance in there, a lot of questions came up to, wait. Is this dairy products in this? Is it dairy products in here? What's kind of in this thing? And so ultimately she ended up adjusting the label. And she said that, it's not actual milk, it's powdered milk. Powdered milk can still go spoil. One of the big problems with this label and the ingredients is there were no preservatives, essentially no preservatives in the label. Preservatives. What is a preservative? Let's look at the keyword: preserve. Preservatives are things that go into the food so that it can preserve the food so that the food doesn't spoil. None of these things were present. After the label got redone, if you look at two of the ingredients, honey and milk, those two products, when exposed to heat in certain circumstances, can create a lot of bacteria that could cause botulism. Now, I don't know anybody who ever had botulism, but it sounds like something that I definitely wouldn't want or would not want. And so she took it on herself to go online, start selling these products at $20 a pop. Now, of course, at some point she gets a visit from the FDA, but let's go ahead and take a look at. I'm gonna pull up some of the footage now because I actually think it's hilarious. I created a nice little mashup, if you will. Let's see if we could go ahead and pull this up.
I have a very extensive background in the culinary industry. But after today, there will be legal action taken against anyone posting false information about the pink sauce.
Okay.
And anyone with the platform posting false information about the pink sauce, now that I've said it on a live video.
Hey, I'm officially on notice.
The health department come to my home.
They came to her house. That's crazy.
To find out that people are making false allegations and false claims against my company.
Gotta watch the best part of the video.
Been sitting here for
let's take a watch.
There's nothing wrong with the pink sauce. With shipping, we sat the pink sauce out for 3 days in the hot sun in Miami. No, it does not.
Hold up. You said the pink sauce out for 3 days in the hot sun in Miami. That sounds crazy as hell, but I want y'all to listen closely to this last part about the FDA. This is the most hilarious thing that I've heard all damn day, all week. It's only Tuesday, but this is pretty hilarious. Go ahead, peep this.
Milk. It has less than 2% of dry milk. What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health. I never said that.
All right, yo. So let's jump out of that real quick. So someone in the comments asked her about the FDA, and she was like, it doesn't contribute to your health. It actually does contribute to your health or the lack thereof based to these improper listing of ingredients. Now, later on, I'm going to talk a little bit about just a few off the top legal causes of actions that are probably going to be a big problem for her. The other thing that's going to be a big problem for her is everything that she's done with this business is on the internet. Well, it's not going to be a big problem. Well, from an evidentiary standpoint, it's probably going to be a big problem for her because, and we'll see, when the FDA came knocking at her door, she posted that video. She posted videos of the cooking facility or the preparation facility, which again is something that has to get FDA approval. And so so I thought this was crazy. So now one thing that came up just off the cuff from TikToks as she was making TikToks is, where is she actually making this product at? If you actually go to her TikTok page, her IG, you'll see a lot of the preparation is done in the home. And as conversations start to, people start to ask questions like, wait, are you making all of this stuff in your house? She, kind of changed gears and said, no, we have an actual approved facility where we are making these products. And of course, again, in this social media age, everything is on video. So we definitely got to go and take a look at the location that we could just ascertain. With the location, we can ascertain just from looking on social media. Let's see, where the hell was she making this at? So let's go ahead and take a look at this next video that we got going on here.
Make it make sense.
Okay. So the initial video that she had posted, it showed her preparing this pink sauce that comes out in 85 different hues. Some of them are dark pink, some of them are light pink, some of them are fuchsia. I don't know. Is that a color close to pink? I only know my primary colors. Forgive me. I only know my primary colors. But after she got a lot of questions about the preparation, and the FDA actually got involved because of social media. And if you go on her TikTok, ever since July 1st, when she started this whole pink sauce sale, this whole business, keep in mind, July 1st, it's not even August 10th yet. So this whole thing started on July 1st. But ever since then, every video she put on TikTok is getting over 1 million views because it was something that just kind of went viral. Now, I don't know if y'all know the breakdown of how TikTok monetization works, but essentially for every 1,000 views, you get about 5 cents. That's mathematically how the numbers break down. So every video she put up is getting 1.5, 2 million views. But because she puts everything on social media, everyone started questioning the whereabouts. So she put another video up where we're going to take a look right now at the facility where the illustrious pink sauce is made.
We are inside of our facility, and
okay. Well, let me run that back real quick. All right, stop. Let's stop right here. I'm gonna run this clip back, but actually, let me go back a little bit. Let me go back to the beginning. Let me go back to just the beginning of this clip, and I'm gonna play it all the way through first.
We are inside of our facility, and this is where we make the pink sauce. So I never posted a video here, but we work here.
Okay, so we're gonna pause it and leave it right there. Okay, this is the facility where the pink sauce is made. Now, I don't know about y'all, and you know, I don't strike myself as being the smartest person in the world, but in my opinion, this facility where the pink sauce is made look a lot like a garage to me. I don't know. y'all folks out there, I don't have a garage. Y'all folks out there with the garage, y'all let me know. But I'm pretty positive that up in this upper left-hand corner region is clearly a garage door. And if you look to the right of that, right where it says picture in picture, where you see that at, if we hit play, it looks like a garage door track. That looks like the track when you open the garage door goes back on that track. So y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all let me know, am I bugging?
So I never posted a video here, but we work here.
Yeah, she never posted a video there, and she probably, from a legal standpoint, she probably shouldn't posted that video. It's very few things that I would want that are that are required for human, to be consumed and digested that could be made in the garage, outside of some good old fashioned hooch, maybe. But it's clearly a garage door. Like, I know I wasn't bugging. I was like, wait a minute. I think this is a garage door here. So I thought that I was kind of losing my mind. So we clearly know. Exactly. I mean, it's just a plethora of evidence that's going to be, it's going to really come back to kick her in the ass. And I mean, honestly, just looking at this off the cuff, like, send everybody their money back with an apology note and shut this shit down. That's honestly the best standpoint. But I actually tried to do a little bit of due diligence because, how it works is you have the Federal Food and Drug Administration, then each state has its own state level FDA. Most times their rules and regulations are going to mirror that of the feds or be stronger. Because a lot of times states may have regulations that they want that are more stringent than the feds and put in place. So I was like, you know what? Hey, this isn't my particular area of expertise. But I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? Let me take a look and see what's going on in Florida. So Florida is actually interesting. In the state of Florida, they allow for what's called cottage foods. Laws are archaic and old, so they're written in old ass language. Nobody says it's cottage anymore, but they allow for what's called cottage food. There are some foods in the state of Florida and a bunch of states that you can make in your home, and these foods wouldn't necessarily have the FDA jump down your throat or jump in your ass. Let's go through and take a look at, because, hey, Chef P, as she calls herself, is in Miami, Florida. So let's take a look at what are some of the cottage food that Florida allows for for you to make actually in your home that doesn't require FDA approval. Breads, pastries, jam, jellies, fruit pies, seasoning, popcorn, nuts, cereal. There's one key that we see. Yeah, that's a fair point. But there's one key thing that we see when we look at Florida allowed cottage foods that you could prepare. These are foods that essentially can maintain their structural integrity over a long time of time. Grain products, dried fruits, jam, jelly, things that you could put in the jar, seal up. You don't see things like mayonnaise or condiments on this list because, like we talked about when we were going through the ingredients, a lot of times they have honey, they have milk, they have things that aren't stored in the right context and the right temperature. People are going to kind of get sick as hell. So that was kind of the, just at a quick glance, you can make a lot of stuff in your house and sell it and not necessarily have the FDA in your ass. Now let's take a look at the next video. Okay, so this next video we're going to take a look at is when not the federal FDA, but the state of Florida's equivalent of the Food and Drug Administration actually came to her door at the same time she was filming the live. Now, apparently how they got word of this is everything blew up on TikTok. Some probably high-speed guy who worked at the FDA was like, she about to kill a lot of, not kill, she's about to make a lot of people sick, or there's a big risk to the community. Let's figure the hell, something weird's going on. So the FDA actually reached out to the Florida Department of Health, had them go out, and let's take a look at this interaction. And it's funny because this face that she make, I've seen this face 1,000 times. This is the face that people make when any type of state regulators, investigators come asking questions. When you like, oh shit, I might have messed up, but I don't know if I really messed up. But let's take a look at this interaction. And she kept the camera on. She kept the camera on as she was filming the live. So go ahead, let's take a look at this.
Y'all reported the things so much that FDA is at her house.
We paused, like we didn't ship out anything. We haven't shipped out any packages. Then, we became aware of this issue. We also let our customers know that we are working expeditiously to correct any issues that we, are facing right now today for the people to be as successful as it needs to be, and also to, show the people that actually support us all that it is safe, and we are taking the lead to make sure that they are not worried about it.
Those are the eyes of somebody who's like, oh shit. I just thought this video was hilarious, but let's go ahead and finish listening to this conversation.
Well, on the business card has my email address. Any changes you make to your label before you spend money creating something that might not be accurate yet. If you have a draft copy, you can send it, and then I can approve it. Right. Approve it and say, hey, we're good to go now.
Right.
Okay. At that time, we can also, next week, since we have a conference almost first part of next week.
Okay.
After that, I'll be able to either revisit or discuss with you or calling.
All right. So, so that was her as she got her visit from the FDA. Again, a visit from the FDA that I think is a well-deserved visit. Like I would look down on the state of Florida if they didn't send somebody out who was, making all of these videos. Now, the next video that we got up on the screen, we're going to just kind of take a look. This was one of the initial videos that caused people who were just kind of looking at it the question like, yo, son, hold up. Are you making all of this stuff in your house? And I think those questions, from what I can find on open source research is kind of what led her to film the other video as it talks about, hey, let's look at our actual facility where we prepare food, which I think me and the rest of the Intellectual Savage family watching, I think we all came to the conclusion that it is in fact a garage. So let's take a look at this initial one where she was just appearing to do most of the things, the prep, the packaging from her house.
Bitch, I'm giving them what they want.
Salmonella. I'm giving them what they want. Salmonella. All right, I'm sorry. All right, so as we can see, Chef P is just kind of going down a crazy rabbit hole. And I would go ahead and jump into some of these comments because I see some of the comments here. Hey, all right, I see you, Leroy. Yeah. Hey, some food establishments are filthy. Hey, I would agree. If you go to any food establishment in the District of Columbia after 9 o'clock in the summer and walk down the street, you'll probably find all sorts of vermin and everything. So that is a fair point. You know, my biggest thing is, look, hey, I already know that, hey, restaurants, people prepare food. It's going to be kind of crazy. That's fine. I just want you to go through the process. If I come to your establishment and I rock with your food and I look on there and be like, damn, the score, the health department gave this place a C+. If I'm willing to risk my, innards on eating C+ food because I rock with it, let me make that choice. Don't take my choice away of deciding if I want to eat C+ food or grade A food or grade B food. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, fair point. I will tell you, I think that, hey, Chef P isn't a crazy looking person. I think that, she's clearly has some culinary art skill set and she's a nice looking woman. That only helps when you're promoting anything or any type of business on social media. Like, let's be honest. I can honestly see a commercial where you have like rappers like Cardi B and other rappers actually sitting down, flossing around, eating all of these dishes with this high fluorescent color sauce all scattered all over everything. I mean, just from a marketing standpoint, it's actually a genius idea. I know we giving Chef P a lot of, I don't want to come off as giving Chef P a lot of hate. It was probably 75% stupid, but if she could have held off on this idea until she actually got the business structure right with the government, the taxes, the FDA, she could have actually had something lucrative. Like, let's think about this. I remember once I went to a restaurant, unbeknownst to me. I was actually in Miami. It may have been my anniversary or something. And all the rappers came out with a song and they were just talking about truffles. That was kind of the big deal. Now, at this time, unbeknownst to me, I had no clue what a truffle was. I just know I went to this restaurant and I saw the menu and I said, I want to order the steaks with truffles. Now, even the waiter tried to do me a service, but this is just how, when you hear about things, you'd be like, oh, this has truffles. I want to try this on my steak. I heard about it in songs. I heard watching all these cooking shows with people preparing all these dishes with it. I wanted some. When I told the waiter what I wanted, the waiter actually tried to do me a solid, but at the time, I thought he was trying to slight me a little bit. I was like, hey, I want this steak with the truffles. And he was like, hey, do you want to try this one? It's the exact same thing without the truffles. And I proceeded to look around the restaurant. When I looked around the restaurant, I was like the only brown person in there, me and my wife. And she barely brown. She like beige. She like waffle color. So we're sitting in there and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, don't tell me what I want. I want truffles, damn it. Give me the truffles. So I'm eating the steak. Oh, the food was delicious. And of course, when you go to these restaurants, they never had the price on anything. You just got to be like, hey, I hope I got enough money to pay for this shit once it comes. When that bill came, that bill was high. That was, to this day, that was the most expensive meal I ever ate for just myself and my wife. And it wasn't like dinner. You go out to dinner and you get a bunch of drinks, so the bill get high. No, this was like a brunch. I mean, the food was amazing, but that meal was something crazy. Like, I want to say it was like $400 and something. When my wife actually told me what the bill was, I remember I had just finished drinking my drink. And when she told me what the bill was, I drank the rest of it. Then I took my spoon and she was like, what are you doing? I was like, man, this shit expensive. I'm going to eat all the fruit out of this drink before we move on. So marketing for any product will make people just want it. I wanted truffles because I seen cooking shows. I heard rappers talking about it. I wanted to try them. Unbeknownst to me, like those stupid things come out of a cave hundreds of feet beneath the ocean, and you have to have Jacques Cousteau to go get them, so they're expensive as hell. I didn't know it at the time. So now let's get to even. See, yeah, I agree. It was me. I was the only brown person in there, and then everybody in there was like 75. Like, we were the youngest people in there. So I was like, man, don't tell me what to order. I'm getting these truffles because it's our anniversary and I want truffles. Then I saw the bills. I was like, damn, I shouldn't have got those truffles. So you can hype. So I actually think the point of that was the idea was actually a sharp idea that if she would have did everything properly, I could see this whole pink sauce becoming a big deal. It's kind of like a video that I got that I never put out, where it's a big craze out there where people like gold is ingestible. If it's actually pure gold, 100% gold, you can actually ingest it. So there's a craze out there where people go get big ass tomahawk steaks. They get ice cream with thin sheets of gold or gold shredded on it, all sorts of crazy stuff. And the bills are expensive. There's actually a video I never put out, but a guy like went to a restaurant, got like a gold plated steak, didn't think it was going to be that expensive, and the bill was like $5,000. I was like, this dumbass. But people like doing stuff because they want to just have that experience. So she had a good idea. Now this video is where it gets interesting, because this next video is one I want y'all to pay attention to, and this is hilarious. It's probably gonna take me a while, pardon my language, to get through. But this is a video of someone who actually got a package delivered. I'm not going to even talk about it. I'm going to say less. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the video so we can dive in. I'm going to try to let it play through without pausing it. Then we could go back and talk about it.
No, ma'am. No. Look at this. I'm holding my breath like a motherfucker.
Man.
Oh my God. Look at this. It don't even say pink sauce on this bitch. Oh my, it's gone. There's nothing.
Yo.
It's gone. Oh my God. You're done. Wind it up. I can't even stop the video. Please turn this off. Pink sauce is kids.
Yo.
I'm about to throw up. Turn it off. No. It's enough for me. For one, it stink. Okay. Sweetie, I had gloves on, but we're still putting hand sanitizer on.
Oh man, that was the funniest video I seen all day. Oh yeah, I don't. Oh man, that's funny. You never heard of truffles? Yeah, you and me both. Well, whatever you do, if you go buy truffles, you better make sure you got a couple $100 in your pocket, because them bitches is expensive. But yeah, so that video was a young lady who ordered it, and it clearly exploded or something. One of the big problems, I can't even get it out. One of the big problems, though, is that when she ships this stuff with those type of ingredients in it, it ends up becoming really problematic, because you can't ship this stuff in those hot ass temperatures over days in the snail mail to get to its destination without them going bad. So all of that crazy ass stuff, mayonnaise, all sorts of crap she got in there, is just festering and molding and caused that stuff to explode. So I thought that was the funniest video. I found some videos where people actually did, hey, to be fair to Chef P, I want to be fair to Chef P. Hey, I did see some videos out there where people ordered it and they said, like, okay, it it tastes like Sweet Ranch or something like that. So I did see some videos out there. And also, to be fair to Chef P, we want to be objective and what we're putting out, what we're talking about here. It's some people who are just, you already know how social media go. It's clout chasers. There's some people who are talking about, it was some guy who like faked his death or something after ordering his sauce and trying to make a whole big story and big deal. And like, all of that is just BS. It's just kind of convoluted and completely unnecessary. So at some point, and I think the time for this had yeah, I agree with you though. I think somebody, if someone's a really smart person, she probably don't have anything like, she probably don't have no type of trademark on the name or whatever it purports to be. And I mean, it's pink sauce. I don't think it's rocket science. I think you can make a sauce that tastes like whatever sauce you want and just make it pink. It's just a coloring thing. As far as I'm concerned, I think someone can make it, steal that idea. And nothing wrong with stealing. A lot of people have become billionaires by stealing things that aren't theirs. If you don't believe me, go look at how Elon Musk acquired Tesla. That's a whole nother live for this weekend. That's a whole nother live for this weekend. But I thought that video was hilarious. I'm about to tell you another thing that disappointed me is actually a channel on TikTok. You can go in and check it out. And right now in a few, we're about to jump into just some of the legal issues surrounding this. We got to laugh and be informed, but we also got to make sure we, just try to educate and talk about the real consequences of it. And Chef P gonna be on the hook for a lot of dollars potentially in litigation and fines from the FDA and the IRS and the whole nine. But it is a TikTok channel out there, and it's like the channel is something like Pink Sauce Reviews, and it's just a TikTok channel that has short videos of people just doing reviews of this sauce. And they're all over the place. You'll have on a scale of 1 to 10, I've seen some that are 10 where people are like, oh man, this sauce is delicious. And the bottle actually looks like it's something legitimate. And we've seen the ones on the one where it exploded and looked like that. I'm telling you right now, if anything I have ordered in the mail explodes and look like that crap that lady opened up, I'm not even going to have the heart or the audacity to open that crap up inside of my house. Yeah, and that one has probably been festering for some time. And even if it's not, like I've seen videos where like people take a whole gallon of water and just throw it out on the sidewalk in Florida, and that stuff dry up in like 15 seconds. So no matter what it is, with those type of ingredients in it, you're gonna have to have something to kind of make sure that everything is on the up and up. This last video that I got, because I got just like a little mashup, and I think this actually occurred today. But I don't know. I'm not her attorney. I'm not advising her. But sometimes one of the best legal advice that anyone can ever receive is just shut the hell up. If the cops come asking you questions, just I like to have my lawyer. That's the easiest advice. Sometimes just keeping your mouth closed is probably one of the best things that an individual can do. Now, of course, you can see already from the screenshot, Chef Pie went live at YouTube on 7 p.m. because she had to set the record straight. That poor lady.
For me to break my silence. First of all, I want to say my
silence. What? Wait, what? I don't think you can't break what's never existence. Nothing about this entire scenario has been silent. Nothing about this entire scenario. This entire scenario has played itself out on social media. Everything is archived in the cloud or on a TikTok server or IG server. This entire thing is just kind of played itself out in the media. So I don't think there's anything you can say that you haven't said or that somebody else hasn't said. But
customers are very dear to me, and the Pink Sauce supporters are very dear to me. I see y'all. I see y'all comments. I see everything. We are making a video for YouTube to acknowledge all of y'all questions and concerns about the Pink Sauce. Straight from me, straight from my mouth.
Oh God,
very extensive.
That is terrible. All right, so Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, thank you. So, all right, so let's just kind of talk about it. We're gonna go through these quick legal issues. And not the all the other stuff. We're gonna go through the quick legal issues real quick. And there's probably a bunch more out there. There's going to be a lot of administrative actions, potential fines from failing to register your business entity. It may be fines associated with the income that was made from selling this crap for $20 a bottle. People was paying $20 a bottle for a condiment. It ain't no condiment that I could think of. It's nothing that it's not a one condiment that's that delicious that would go on my food that would be worth $20. That's just I don't even care if it was like gold sauce. If it was if it was actual gold sauce, that would be insane. But so yeah, there's going to be some fines associated with that. I took a look according to the FDA regulations and Department of Health regulations in Florida. There could be hundreds of $1,000s worth of fines assessed for failing to register to get the FDA approval for the preparation, the ingredients, the label not being up to muster. Off of the cuff, the two things that she's probably going to really have a big problem with are negligence and product liability. We're going to talk about that just briefly, and they both fall kind of within the same spectrum, okay? Negligence, in order to prove a claim, we all heard of negligence. It's those typical slip and fall cases. It's those typical car accident cases. You're saying that someone was negligent. There's only 4 things that a plaintiff would have to prove. The first thing is that there is a duty. Did the individual have a particular duty? If you're making a product that's ingestible, you have a duty to, 1, make sure you distribute it in a safe manner in accordance with regulation. You have a duty to list all of the facts on the label, the nutritional value, the content, so people can know what's in there. So there's clearly a duty. That's the first thing they have to prove. Next, is there a breach of that duty? You had a duty to do all of this stuff. Have a label. The label had words that were spelled wrong on it, people. Come on now. So you have a duty to make sure the label is accurate. Make sure it's stored properly. Make sure it's prepared in the right facility. Element number 1. Did she have a duty? Yes, clearly. Was there a breach of the duty? Yeah. If she didn't do all those things, if she didn't put the proper notifications, the ingredients on the label, go through the FDA process, there's clearly a breach of that duty. So element 1, she had a duty to do all that stuff that she was too lazy to do. Element number 2, did she breach that duty? I think a simple look over the internet, TikTok, Instagram will prove that there was clearly a breach in her duty with regard to her actually preparing a substance for people to ingest. The third element is causation. And so was that breach of the duty the cause of a damage? So typically how that occurs is somebody eats this stuff, they end up getting botulism because their honey and mayonnaise stewed over 4 days in the Miami heat as it got to their address in Tampa. And when they ate it, they got sick and they ended up in a hospital. That would typically be the scenario. That causation is just saying that was the breach of your duty, was the failure of Chef P to conform with her duty the cause of the damage? And that's the last element, damage. What was the damage? Well, somebody got sick. They incurred hospital bills. So of course, I think it's easy, to find an easy negligence claim. So I think that's point number 1. And sometimes they have gross negligence where it's an extreme act of negligence because there's just a lack of disregard. Well, you didn't even take the time to find out what the rules were. So I think it could potentially be some gross negligence here, honestly. The next thing is kind of products liability. And in short, products liability is another form of negligence as well. There's been whole litigation. Man, that was the blackest thing ever that could happen. My damn fire alarm just went out right while I was sitting here and it just beeped. So it's about to be going off. And so, so with products liability, essentially there has to be an injury. It has to be a defect in the product, which it clearly is. Was the defect caused by that particular product? And the last thing, was the individual using the product as intended? Yeah, they were using the product intended. A lot of times with product liability, you see them with like farming equipment. Someone gets a tractor, and instead of using the tractor for normal stuff, this person wants to film a TikTok and he's on the tractor trying to make a trick shot into a basketball goal, and he falls off and busts his ass, and he tries to sue the company for products liability. In that instance, well, they wouldn't have a products liability case because the tractor wasn't being used in the manner with tractors are normally used in. You know what I mean? So in this one, I think Chef P is going to be in probably a lot of legal exposure here. Again, that's not my particular area of expertise, but I just wanted to jump on here real quick, talk a little bit about this case because, you know, quick legal issues, right? That's a fair point. But I just wanted to jump on here real quick, let y'all know what was going on. If y'all by chance ordered this sauce or know anybody who ordered this sauce and actually ingested it, God bless you. You are in my prayers. I pray that you are healthy. And I would, you know, hey, just from what I've seen in media outlets, news stories, I would stay away from this stuff. And the funniest part of all is after all of this, FDA coming to her house, health department coming to her house, all of these videos, you would think the product would no longer be on sale. But as of earlier today, people were actually able to go onto the link on her Instagram and social media and actually purchase the product. So it is what it is. Stupid is stupid. I don't know. It's $20. Like $20 for a condiment. Like that's crazy. Like if I pay $20 for a condiment, Chef P better come to my house and put it on my food. The other thing was like, I don't know, something about pink sauce. It looks good, but something about it just gives me like Pepto-Bismol. Like I don't know. Nothing. I don't know. Like I can't think of anything this pink. I'm not even gonna say that because I'm immature. I was about to say something completely immature, and a joke popped into my head. But I'm gonna leave it at that. That's it. I'm gonna link some of the. I'm gonna link some of the stories and the articles in the description and pin it in the comment on this video if y'all want to take a look at it. But it's actually quite hilarious and quite interesting. So that's. See, since you said don't go there, I'm not going to say the joke that came to my mind, but what my comment was, what I was going to say. We're going to keep this show clean. I don't want what I was going to say was, seeing this pink sauce gives me Pepto-Bismol concerns, and I can't think of many things that are pink, that are edible, that are delicious. And I thought cotton candy, and I thought bubble gum, and then I thought an inappropriate joke that I won't leave off. But, you know, yeah, hey, there are some things that are pink that are delicious, but this shit definitely isn't one of them. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Oh man, this show just went to hell. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Y'all take care. Have a blessed one. Peace.